Well, good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night, 7 o'clock right here in Las Vegas. And we are at Vegas AllNet Radio Studios 1A. It's time for Vegas Unwrapped here for a Thursday night. And without any further ado, let's bring on the host of the show, Mr. Aaron Phillips. The Cash Man is back in the studio. Ricky Cash, John J. Peg Styles. Yours truly, the Bobcat here, man. And good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Bobcat. Good evening to you out there. Thank you so much for tuning into Vegas Unwrapped, our next to last 2015 episode, Mr. Cash and Mr. Styles.
Are you converting to Amishism?
No, I am honoring the rodeo that is in town. This is the Gambler Western style hat that the gamblers used to wear back in the day.
Okay.
And I mean, I could have picked from 3 dozen cowboy hats, but I'm kind of wearing.
You have 3 dozen cowboy hats?
I do.
Wow.
Among my 300 hats
How
at
many
home.
horses have you read?
3.
Read
3. I've also ridden them, too. Today I'm wearing all denim. I got the denim pants, the denim shirt. I got my Bat Dad shirt on. See the Bat Dad in there?
I see that.
Check that out. But we have the rodeo in town. It's that time of year, fellers. It's cowboy Christmas time.
Yeah.
We hated this time of year in timeshare, didn't we?
It was the worst.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But they help our economy. It's one of the busiest couple of weeks in town. Cowboy Christmas, the rodeo final, PBR, whatever they got it down. Was it Thomas and Mack now, right? Is that where they have it?
Didn't they sign for another 10 years?
Yes.
They were going to go away last
They were going to
year.
go away a couple of years ago, and then T&M stepped up. But, so today I figured I'd break out a little cowboy hat, a little cowboy style to welcome them all in. And it is December 10th, one more week before we go on.
What you believe you didn't see, but yes, it was true.
You're welcome to post it on our Facebook page, Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio. So anyway, our phone number is 702-483-4444, and our Skype line is Vegas AllNet Radio. And, I heard something earlier, and I wanted to get you, and I should save this for later on, but it's in my head now, so I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
The new arena is going to be opening up sometime next spring, I believe.
Yes.
April 6th, sir.
April 6th,
Yes.
and WWE is going to be coming here and holding their Money in the Bank pay-per-view event at that arena in April. But I heard that the arena is kicking off with the Killers.
The Killers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true.
Has anybody heard of the Killers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Corey Taylor just featured their brand new hit.
Well, that's what made me
Yeah.
think of it,
Yeah.
because I was listening to the show.
And I think Wayne Newton's going to be there, too.
Wayne
Yeah.
Newton is going to be there kicking off. But
He's going to be holding the
Is he
Killers
still alive?
guitars.
He's going. Is he still alive? Not sure if he is or isn't, the way he looks sometimes. But I never heard it. This is why I don't watch the Grammys anymore. I don't know 99% of the people performing anymore.
Well,
Where did the Killers come from?
You got to ask yourself, where would you listen to music?
They're from Vegas.
I listen on internet radio.
To music?
No, I listen to Vegas AllNet Radio.
Right. So, yeah, you're a little.
Hey, which
you're
reminds me,
just
we
a little out of
got
it.
Christmas music going on now.
Yeah, we do. We added some holiday music
Yep.
to our song list. But where would you listen to the Killers? What station, Mr. Cash, would you turn on to listen to this group?
96
KLUC.
KLUC 96.3.
And how many times have you
That's
done that?
98.5.
Well, not one of the other ones.
97.1
won the point.
You're thinking of KKLZ at 96.3.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
See, but I just, I don't know.
The shock about this whole thing is the Killers are the headliner, okay?
Right.
You're getting
Then you-
old, dude.
Then you got Wayne Newton in there, and then, what was it, Shakir is the opening act or the feature act of the show. So, I mean, they really, if you think about what they've done, they've
they sure
promoted this thing all the way around. So you're going to get a flavor of a little bit of us old schoolers with the new kidders. And then they originally wanted Janet Jackson, but they said the arena would not be ready at the time. And then the tour couldn't get moved around, this and that. But
They told her they'd keep her abreast if they had an opening.
Yeah, there you go.
Malfunction's not
Malfunction.
allowed. Not allowed.
Now, the Super Bowl, and it just went out of my head who the feature act, they announced it last week. And I look, and I'll have to look it up during the break, or Bobcat can look it up.
Wait.
Who's it?
Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I almost
Tell me
said
you-
Greenpeace.
No, I know who Coldplay is. No. I know who Coldplay is. But is that really an exciting halftime show?
Yeah.
Really?
It is if you're a
They haven't
Coldplay
had
fan.
they haven't had a rocker group for a while, so that should it's been sort of much the top 40. Katy Perry, Madonna, that type of thing, and Bruno
Mars was last year. That
and
did
he's coming
nothing
back,
for me.
and he's coming back again next year.
Last year when they were in New York, right at the Giant Stadium, was it last year they did it? Right, last year. To me, I think they missed the boat.
Well, yeah, we talked about either
Yeah,
Springsteen
Bon
or
Jovi,
Billy
Springsteen,
Joel,
Billy
Bon
Joel.
Jovi.
They had the opportunity to bring those classic guys in, and we got Bruno Mars.
There's no accounting for taste.
Well, it's generational thing.
I guess. And considering my daughter's age, I don't consider myself that far generationally. Well,
Generationally?
thank you. That far apart, but I don't
Surprise.
watch the Grammys. I don't watch the Grammys because I don't know who they
your
are.
big spenders are your
Right.
25 to 50 group. You're over that now.
Yeah, only a number.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's where the big spenders are.
You think 50-year-olds are going out buying Killer and Coldplay music?
No, I don't.
Oh,
But
okay.
But it's a smaller buying power in those people now than the
I guess.
younger group.
I guess.
Hey, listen,
Okay,
I'm 70,
just-
and I don't. I know about these things because you got to keep up with the kids. If you're going to talk to, you got to talk to them.
And what kids do you keep up with?
The grandchildren.
The 7-8-year-olds. Yeah.
In other words, what he's trying to say is that the Christmas list are starting to build,
Exactly,
and the cash man has
exactly.
to get himself ready here.
Yes. By the way, I want to introduce who's sitting with us. We'll hear from him after our first break. But
I was going to ask you, who is this guy?
he's a good. I'm going to say he's a good friend of mine. I really like this guy. We met at BCN. Was it been about a year or so already?
About a year ago.
Yeah. And those of you who listen to the station regularly, you'll hear a commercial for American Family Insurance.
Is that this guy?
That's this guy.
this guy.
That's
This
why
is-
he's wearing that
guy.
shirt,
This
right?
is the face
That
behind
would-
the voice.
that would
Yes,
be that.
that would be why. Am-fam.
Should we send him behind the camera?
Something. Who let him in front of the camera? Who made that mistake?
As soon as he got the remote.
I know. As soon as I got the remote, I know.
So you wanted to own a radio station, huh?
That's right, exactly. So Cheston Williams joins us today. He's our guest, the
Welcome,
J. Cheston
Cheston.
Williams Agency down on South Rainbow near
Just
215.
don't call him Chester.
No, don't call him Chester. No, don't.
Or Chest.
No, just
It
call him
says
Cheston.
Cheston.
It is.
Right, that's his
Cheston
name.
With
Right.
the N.
I even know what the J stands for, but I won't divulge
There's
unless
no
you.
J in there.
No, I
don't
know
see
that.
no
Well,
J
I know
in
that.
there.
On Facebook, there is when I announced who our guests
okay.
were, because that's the name of his agency. By the way, do you have a business card with you?
I do.
Make sure you leave one with John so we can get it on the video tonight.
do it.
We'll
We'll
embed that in the video.
But Cheston is here tonight. He's going to talk a little insurance.
We get 10% of everything we sell.
We're going to talk about some of the do's and don'ts at holiday time, how to protect yourself. And I really, really, really want to get his input on some MMA stuff, especially the Ronda Rousey Holly Holm fight that's taking place July.
She's going to Hawaii.
Why? No, it's coming here.
she
No. Ronda
Who?
Rousey's going to Hawaii. She's
Oh.
going over there to train and
She
study
needed,
some of the
she needed a
Hawaiian fighters.
6-month medical. She had a 6-month medical leave.
Okay, I understand. But that would be March.
So you want to get right in the ring with the girl that's
If she's
knocking
cleared.
the stuffings out of you?
If she's cleared.
I got the details on this from today, exclusively
let's-
from Dana White himself.
Let's
right.
save it. Let's save it for
UFC
later.
200
Yes, sir.
So they want to match it to an event number. That's why.
at the new arena.
Yeah, it's coming to Vegas. That's what it is.
Yeah, it
coming
is
to
coming to
Vegas.
Vegas.
At the
That
new
I know.
arena.
All right, we'll talk about that little bit in a little bit with Cheston, because I know he's a huge MMA fan. You should see his vehicle. He's got MMA on the hitch, and he's got it all across. And he doesn't want to do an MMA radio show. I don't get it. The guy's.
I wear too many hats right now as it
That would
is.
be fun.
Don't talk about too many hats. We've been trying for an MMA show for a couple of years, just like a real
At
estate show,
least.
which we finally landed a real estate show. Anyway, guys, any shout outs, any hellos, goodbyes, sayonars? Don't all jump.
Well, I'll just say hi to Miss Bobcat
Yes.
out there. She's getting over the shingles, man.
Ugh.
you don't actually.
Well, keep her
quite
off the
getting
roof, dude.
Over
Well,
it.
what? I'm
Get
just
off the
trying to
roof.
help out, Cash
it
Man.
stays there, but it can be controlled.
All I can tell you is I would beg right now for about 4 hours of good sleep.
Me too.
By the way, Mrs. Bobcat, you've been paid through Bobcat, so make sure you get your money when he gets home.
Yeah, don't let them buy cigarettes and stuff like that. You know.
Okay, so
spend it on
so yeah, I have a
Transportation
shout-out.
to the appointments tomorrow and everything.
Anyway, shout outs.
Yeah, I just
Mr.
want to
Stiles.
say big quick shout out to Polera.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, Cammie's got sound, and so she's listening tonight at
She
home.
got sound?
Yeah,
She's got sound?
She had sound problems on the laptop over the last couple of weeks. But
She turned on the speaker?
Yeah, you got to turn the
Hey,
speaker
listen,
up, man.
that's something
Take
I
it off
would
mute.
do. She's much better equipped to deal with that stuff
Yes, she
than
is.
And she's out there listening. Lois is visiting her sister in Boston.
Boston?
Oh, Boston.
Boston.
Boston metropolitan area.
Yeah.
So she's listening out there tonight, and Mike's listening in Charlotte, and the rest of the family. Let's hope they're out there.
Does the
listening.
signal go up to where they
Elko?
are? To Elko. Does the internet? Do they have internet in Elko?
I don't know. They have a Walmart
They have,
and
well,
a Kmart.
There you
That's
go.
about
That's
it.
more
and
than
a Denny's.
That's more than Radar has in Macomb, Illinois. So you got to
Wow.
travel an hour and a half to the nearest Walmart,
That's sad.
as well as the nearest temple in Iowa.
That is sad.
Yes, it is.
Well, I know where I'm moving.
Yeah, exactly. Out into the sticks.
He wants to get away from it. You have any shout-outs there?
You know what? You guys pretty much covered. I'm checking to see who's online here, and most of our regular cronies are actually not online today. So
Yeah, they're smarter than we are.
They probably thought
yes.
we're pre-recording.
I know after last week, right?
Well, that's
So,
a great thing about internet radio.
That's
is
right.
They can catch us later and
Absolutely, they can catch us anytime they want
How
to.
can they catch us later? Where do they get us?
Well, they can go a couple of
I'll
places.
be home, so
That's right. They can go
Call me
to
there, yeah.
they can go to the station website, vegasontheradio.com.
Right.
Click on the programs tab. Scroll down to Thursday where you see you and I on a little square in there. Click on that. That takes you to our show page. Scroll all the way down to the archives. And I believe we even have archives still on there dating back to 2014. Now, if you like the visual effect,
That's what I'm loving.
go to youtube.com/unwrapped2010. That is our YouTube channel. There's
Viewer
nearly-
discretion advised.
only for one video.
Well, you know
There were almost 300 videos. I cleaned out some old stuff a couple of days ago.
good.
when you clean it out, does that mean it's disappeared forever? Or?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I don't think videos that had 1 or 2 or 3 views from us down at an event
Here's the thing.
is really worth keeping on there.
Everything I've shot since I came to this station, I have a copy of.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, well, the things I deleted were prior to JP.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's still nice that we have a record of our.
I've never deleted anything pertaining to our show.
Right.
But if we're out in the public and we did something and there was only like 2 or 3 or 4 views, I figured it was enough time to be on there.
So if
You
somebody
mean like all that stuff from Sienna's and
so
name a few.
Well, let me ask you this: so if somebody wanted to, let's say,
90,000 listeners.
if somebody wanted to accuse us of being incompetent, they have the proof, right? They have evidence.
Right, of
Plenty of
course.
evidence.
There you go.
Of course. They have no evidence now. It's gone.
That's
It's
good.
gone. But you could, and now if you don't want to be locked down to listening on your computer, your desktop, your laptop, or iPad, just download the mobile app, Vegas All Net Radio, or or
There's
not
an app for
iTunes,
that.
on TuneIn.
TuneIn.
You can you can download TuneIn. We're now on TuneIn, and you can also catch us on iTunes. Many of our podcasts are up on iTunes now for free.
And sometimes when things get weird on Periscope.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I was listening to Corey's show. She was periscoping, and she
I know
was
I
getting
was
a ton of
photobombing her Periscope.
Oh, were you? I was maybe during Cheston's interview, I'll pull up Periscope a
There you
little,
go.
Periscope a little bit. But anyway, so that's the story. Radar. By the way, happy fifth night. Today's the 5th night of Hanukkah.
I don't know.
I think it's the 5th night, isn't it? Sunday night was the first. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5th night. Happy Hanukkah to everybody celebrating. 3 more nights after tonight.
So it's 8 nights.
Yes.
8 nights.
8 crazy nights.
You guys get
Christmas.
gifts every night, right?
Not anymore.
When we were kids, we did.
That stopped at the age of 13
That's
when you
exactly
became bar
right.
bus mitzvah.
That's
You
it.
got one big gift or all your gifts on the first night, end of story. Growing up, when you're younger, you get gifts every night.
No
So
gifts. No gifts on Christmas Eve then.
No.
For you guys.
So the
Yeah, there is. Chinese
the-
food.
the-
Chinese food. That's right.
And a movie. That's the next day.
Chinese food and a movie the next day. Automatic.
So you're going to see Star Wars?
Creed. Creed's on my schedule.
Oh, okay.
right.
I'll tell you, I saw the original Star Wars. What was it? Came out, what, 77, roughly? The
Yep,
original
yep.
one.
I want the shirt. There's a shirt that says I was there at the beginning.
Oh, I saw that on
Or
Facebook.
I was there at the start.
I saw
yeah,
that one.
with the date on it.
And it
So-
says somebody says, how old were you? And I remember I was a counselor at a day camp.
Yeah.
And myself and my junior counselor and some other friends from the camp, we all went to see it. And I thought it was a pretty cool movie. I didn't buy into it like a lot of people don't buy into Star Trek, the series, and all of that. The new Star Wars, okay. It's not doing anything for me because I'm not a big fan of the series. I'm not, but the Rocky series, I can't wait to go see Creed.
Yeah.
Whether I go see it on Christmas or not, I don't know yet. But that's a movie that I do want to see. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll
Very
see.
good.
We'll see where the wife wants to go. That's
We
where
should
we'll
pay some
usually
bills.
decide. So, all right. When we come back on the other side, Mr. Cheston will be officially on the microphone.
Uh-oh.
Did you tell all your friends and neighbors to listen?
I did, both of them.
Both of them. Well, it's two more than we have.
There you go.
We're going to double our listenership.
We're going to double our
tonight.
listener base tonight.
Right.
All right, we're going to have Cheston from American Family Insurance on the other side. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Family Insurance.
Hi, this is Terry Springs, and you're listening to Vegas Unwrapped on VegasAllNetRadio.com.
All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. I want to thank Terry Springs for that nice drop-in for us when she was with us a few weeks ago. And
Nice lady.
Yeah, hopefully maybe sometime next year we'll figure out what's going to happen with
She's
Terry and
getting
us.
close.
So she's getting close?
Yep.
Good. So anyway, welcome to the microphone. One of our station sponsors, good friend of mine, Mr. Cheston Williams from the J. Cheston Williams Agency of American Family Insurance, as you heard during that commercial
What
break.
does the J
As I-
stand for?
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Close, very close.
Joseph.
There you go, Joseph.
Okay.
See, I know these things. I do my homework. See. Anyway, welcome. We've
Hello,
known each
Joe.
other from BCN. Good guy. And you know what? I'm going to give a testimony right out of the bat. The man saved me almost $500 a year on my auto insurance. Plus, I got an insurance for Radar for her life insurance as part of the changes we made. So we also made a $25 contribution to, which charity was it?
Crohn's and colitis.
Crohn's and colitis, which he was doing for a couple of months through the agency for all life insurance policies. $25 was being donated, so we helped that cause as well. And he's just a good guy. You know, when you get the warm and bubbly in the stomach, when you get to working with somebody, you know there's a good guy there. Cheston's a good guy.
Hey, we don't
Here's
have
that
no
20.
Yeah, here's
Oh,
the 20.
Here's that 20. Oh, yeah.
We don't have no schmucks on this show.
No, we pull out, we save all the stops around here. So anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Long
Thank you.
overdue. We appreciate you making time to be with us today. So how's life in the insurance business?
It's good. It's good. I'm glad I'm here to help class up the joint.
Absolutely.
So,
We need some
things
class.
are going well, you know.
You're not that far behind us there, so.
That's true. I'm getting there, and yeah, things are going well. This is actually, I had to take a little bit of time off, as you know, from my daughter was in the hospital for 37 days. So I kind of was really in and out of the office for all of November, a little bit of October. But I have amazing staff. The two ladies that work for me are amazing and kept things, you know, I count them 100%. They can keep things going when I'm not in the office and keep the sales rolling, keep customer service, you know, everybody very happy. And so I got no complaints. Things are going very well.
Your
Good. Now,
daughter doing good now?
I was just going to say, Cash
She-
looked at me wondering what she was in the hospital for. So if you care to share, go right ahead.
Yeah, she was actually in March. She was diagnosed with a mild form of Crohn's disease, which was one of the reasons why I chose that charity as our list of charity for our life insurance sales promotion for September and October. But in March, she was diagnosed with mild form, and early, like I said, late October. We took her to the emergency room. She wasn't feeling really good, and it turned out where in just 7 months her condition had turned from mild to extreme severe. They said she was probably about 24 hours away from not making it.
Wow.
So we were very luckily for my wife. I love the woman dearly. I'm so glad that she has that mother's intuition to get her to the hospital, and not listen to me, and let her just get better like we usually do, man it out. But she knew something was wrong more than just the normal pain, and luckily we got her in there, and she was in bad shape, but now she's home. Like I said, that we had amazing doctors and amazing nurses over at San Martini Hospital. They did a lot of wonders and put in a lot of overtime working on her.
And that's
I was
the
very, very
campus up
impressed.
here, right? Buffalo.
Durango.
Right, yeah, in between on Warm Springs, in between Buffalo and Durango.
Right.
Yeah, the nursing, especially the nursing staff there, and even her specialists. Her specialists came every single day, whether it was at 6 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. She made sure she was there to take care of her, and I was very, very impressed with their care.
Cool.
It was.
Glad to hear that.
And I'll tell you what. What was really interesting, and that's not the right word, was that how he and his wife shared his daughter's journey on Facebook. Pictures and updates almost every day. And so as a friend to read that and appreciate that without having to call or bug them all the time, say, hey, what's going on? But it was very nice and heartwarming that you guys were comfortable enough to share what was going on for everybody to see and be kept in the loop as to what was going on. Because how old is your daughter? 18?
She's 18. Yeah, she's 18, and we wanted. It started just updating people because we were so inundated of phone calls
Sure.
and text messages because we're both from Las Vegas. We have large families.
You're a natural from Vegas?
Yeah.
Wow.
My grandparents
Native.
came from Switzerland, and they settled down in Littlefield, Arizona, which is right on the border of Arizona and Nevada by Bunkerville, the Mesquite area, and they came there in 1886.
Wow.
So our family's been around quite a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. My mother's she was a frainer. Which you might have heard of Frainer Trucking, Frainer Construction, things like that. They started hauling ore to the mines back in Caliani back in those days. And
Or what? You said she's my or what?
Hauling ore.
Hauling
or dragging.
Or what? Come on, stick with me. Come on, Cheston.
Hauling or dragging.
Yeah, so,
Can we have a drop?
anyways, yeah. We have large families here, and we wanted to keep everybody, updated as what was going on with her, because it was a very fluid situation for the first couple of days. And so my wife started posting every day. She'd at least do one post a day, keeping everybody updated on her condition, and it kind of turned into this following. So many people, hundreds of people would message us, let us know that they're praying for her and that they're sending positive vibes and well wishes her way, and it was just our way of my wife. She had this intimate connection where she could relate this information so much better than I ever could.
Well, it worked because it certainly was easy for me as an outsider to kind of keep in the loop as to what was going on with her health and everything. Anyway, let's get off of that. And glad that she's doing better. I know she's home.
Thank you,
She
yes.
came home in time for Thanksgiving, right? She was home for that,
the
which
night
was
before.
good.
Correct.
So that all worked out. All right, let's talk some insurance. It is the holiday season. Some do's and don'ts that you can recommend for those listening, wherever they're listening, to protect themselves or not, or what they should be doing during the holiday season.
I'll tell you that insurance claims during the winter months are astronomical. They're lower usually just from November to January. There's about $2 billion in insurance claims.
Whoa.
Some of that is weather-related losses. Some of that is theft and things like that. Liability, people slip and fall in the icy conditions, depending on where you live. But a lot of that, 58% of the fires in homes are from those 3 months, are from November, December, and January.
How much?
58% of all home fires happen in those 3 months.
58%.
Yeah, so it's quite staggering when you think about that. And these fires are ranging from things of the number one cause is by frying food. That's going to be a stovetop range fires, and then a lot of, of course, around Thanksgiving is a lot of the turkey fires that
Sure.
you get. But frying food is the number one cause.
Really? Wow.
People kind of don't pay as well attention as they should. They get a little too much eggnog in them. They start celebrating a little early. They start baking pies in the oven. And sugar and flour are huge components to start a fire. When you spill that in the oven, you see it start smoking up right away, especially on the sugar. And so, baking, frying, all those things really trigger fires. People will put pies in the oven. They're going to go jump in the shower for a little while and get ready, and they leave these things unattended. So we see a lot of claims coming in the house that way.
That's some hearty crust.
that would be. But so these house fires that's a way that you need to protect yourself. You need to be cleaning out your chimney. If you're going to be using your chimney, a lot of people in Las Vegas they have the older homes where they want to be able to use those wood burning fireplaces. Clean out that chimney before you do that. That buildup can easily cause a chimney fire, and your whole home's going to be destroyed. The average home fire right now is a little over $34,000 for each claim. So you got to realize that there's some huge fires, some complete catastrophic total losses in there. But space heaters also. Space heaters.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would think that would be number one as far as the fires.
Space heaters is right up there in the top three.
Yeah.
Especially if they're using ones where they're going to put fuel into them, not the electric ones. That a lot of the modern ones are great. They work real well, and if you tip them over they'll automatically shut off. But people that are using these older ones,
propane heaters don't do that.
Yeah, the propane and the kerosene ones that are outdated, very, very dangerous. You need at least a 3-foot radius whenever you're going to use a space heater. Anything in that is a danger zone where that could easily catch on fire. Again, one of the top three is also candles this time of year. A lot of people like to use candles, like that intimate setting when you get the nice.
Just lighting the
cozy-
Hanukkah candles can
There
set
you
the
go.
house on
There you
fire.
go.
So you know, seriously,
so 70% of the
I was
At
thinking of
Christmas
you in the menorah. I was thinking
Right.
that.
Jewish households.
But listen, when we were back east with my sister 2 years ago, okay?
She just does that to get the fire company out there.
Exactly. I know. If it's not her stove giving off carbon monoxide poisoning.
Really? Come
But
on, Sandy.
Sandy has a menorah. Michael, the four girls have their own menorahs. Now you multiply that by the number of candles in there. I kid you not. They have this table in the living room.
In the same house?
In the same house.
Oh wow!
Seriously, they all lit their own menorah. And when we were there 2 years ago, it was towards the tail
called
end
a
of the holiday.
bonfire.
Yes, and it was because they almost knocked over a couple of menorahs leaning to the ones in the back.
That's that eggnog kicking in.
It's no eggnog in Hanukkah. It's the latke overload. But what we do when we light our candles, we put the menorah in a little tray with a little water in the bottom. So if God forbid a candle falls out or falls over, it'll go into the water and put itself out.
That's good.
Because I do get nervous. I really do. I get nervous with the candles.
I don't blame you. I definitely would.
Speaking of lights,
Mm-hmm.
candles, what about Christmas trees?
Christmas trees. There you go. That's one of the again, top three is going to be a Christmas
Now, is
tree.
it because they put too many lights on it, and the heat from the light causes the tree to, or is that, is that a wives' tale?
No, 1 in 3 Christmas tree fires is caused by electrical problems. So whether you're overloading the outlet or you're using faulty wiring that's maybe that's frayed and old, and it so that in the top 3, like I said, 1 in 3 is going to be because of the Christmas tree fires being caused by electrical. And the other one's going to be also from your tree drying out. It's going to be too close to one of those heating elements, whether it's that space heater or that chimney. And that, when you're sitting there with a tree that's dry, you're just asking, that thing's going to go up in flames. And every year we always see the fire department on the news showing how quickly these trees go up, even when they're wet. Yeah. Even when you douse them and you keep watering them, but you've got to keep that base filled of water, just to try and eliminate any of the the risks of having that out there. Definitely.
If you have any questions that you want to ask Cheston, please give us a call, 702-483-4444. And it's it's funny, we're talking about fireplaces because as I just cleared my homepage, Larissa Slayton from Advanced Business Concepts is up in Mount Charleston, and there's a picture of a real fireplace that she's sitting by right here on the outside of Mount Charleston, one of the fire pits.
Oh, the fire pits.
Yeah, one of the fire pits up there. But anyway, so give us a call, 702-483-4444. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back on the other side, more with Cheston, and we're going to find out what makes him stand out from all the other insurance agents here in town. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be back right after this.
Sure, he'll be happy.
All right, welcome back. Vegas Unwrapped. Cheston Williams from the J. Cheston Williams Agency of American Family Insurance here in studio with us.
We are live.
We are live, not Memorex. Anyway, all right, so now, are homeowners covered when packages are delivered and stolen off the front porch?
Have you taken delivery of that package yet?
No. Let's say no.
Then I'd probably say no. I'd probably say that's going to be still on the delivery company if you haven't taken possession of it.
Okay. What if there's no...
But how can you prove that?
Right.
That you have or have not?
You
Well, that
probably
would have to be
use
a
if you
video.
use package, you have to video if you have to sign for the package if
Right.
they things like that. But that's a good reason why to insure you insure your packages also.
Now, in this city of Las Vegas, like real estate agents, there's probably an insurance agent every 50 feet on every corner at least, right? How many insurance agents are there in town? Because in real estate, there's about 12,000.
I can look out my door at my office and I can see 4 other offices.
There's 4 in this complex.
Right.
2 Allstates, for that matter. 1 on this floor and 1 on the other side.
Yep.
Okay? So I know the answer to this, but they don't. Give me a couple of reasons why people should do business with your agency and you versus any of those other agencies that are out there. What separates you from the pack?
What separates me? Our agency is not one that turns and burns policies. We're not looking to get everybody inside our door and slam them with the policy and get you out and bring the next number in. One thing that sets us apart and that we have a perfect score in our customer service rating is we like to bring people in and educate them. We want everyone to know what their policy can do for them. For their business, for their family, and for their life, how their policy is going to affect them, what they're protected, what they need to have protected. We think education is the number one thing that sets us apart, and that's key before you invest in an insurance policy. You need to know exactly what you're getting. There's so many policies out there that people think that they're paying their money and they're being protected, and they're not. It's going to be a lot of times it's protecting the other people. And so, I recently sat down with the business owner. She does a little over $500,000 a year out of her home. And when I looked at her policy, there was no protection for her. It was
as a home-based business.
As our business, period.
At all.
Yeah, as a business, period. She did had some liability coverage, but that was it. There was no products coverage. There was no... there was nothing in there that she needed to have. There's no endorsements on that to protect her. And once I started pointing out these things that were missing, she was just blown away and turned into a great policy and a very, very happy customer.
Right. Now, what's some of the misnomers or misconceptions that policyholders have when you
that their rates are going to go down?
Oh, okay. Right. Exactly. That's fair.
What in life right now in these day and age we live in does your rate go down with?
No, absolutely.
Inflation.
Gas every once in a while, but that's
gas
about
every
it.
once in a while. Yeah, there's nothing else. But people, for some reason, people have this in their mind that every year, every 6 months, or every time their policy renews, that it should go down. If policy went down every year or every time it renewed, pretty soon I'd have to pay you to be my customer. I mean,
welcome to our industry.
Yeah. So I don't know where that started from.
Right.
If it was a marketing back in years ago, but it's not true. We do try and not increase rates, and especially in Nevada. We've been operating at usually we lose about $5 million a year in auto insurance in Nevada because you look at every time you turn on the commercial and who's on there. There's an attorney saying sue,
right.
And things like that. And so we lose a lot of money, but it's a product that we love to offer, and it's getting so much better.
Mm-hmm.
But when things are going like that, especially in Clark County, you can't have rates always going down.
Right.
We try. Every company tries, but that's one of the biggest complaints that we get is the rates here in Nevada, and we do have the third highest insurance rates in the country.
Who's number one?
New Jersey?
I believe New York is.
New York
and Philly, are exceptionally high.
I've driven in both places.
That's why it's your
That's
fault.
why it's high. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
The
knew
rate
you were a
should have
taxi
gone down
driver.
once he left, and
That's
he
right.
came
They
down
probably
here,
did.
and now we're the highest.
They probably did. That's probably what brought him.
Yeah, it doesn't
So-
surprise me.
Common trend.
So there's things like that that I do see a lot of people questioning and asking. There's a lot of phone calls about that. One thing in American Family we're super excited about is on July 4th we are bringing in a new insurance company into Nevada. It's a brand new product that we're rolling out, and anybody who's not a current current American Family Insurance customer, they're gonna love the product. They're gonna be able to call in and get these quotes and come and sit down in my office, and they're gonna love what we have to offer. We believe it's going to be the wave of the future for insurance companies, that people are going to be looking at what we have and wanting to copy this and run with this because we're that proud of this product.
Be the first to enjoy
this is
your
the ground
going
floor.
out of space insurance, so you're
That's
covered
right.
on your trip to the moon and Mars
There you go.
and beyond.
Exactly.
Travelers. Yep.
Travelers. Now, you've been your own agency you've had now a couple of years, right?
I have.
Why did you choose American Family Insurance as to represent? Of all the options that were out there.
When I first got into insurance,
the tool, the money tool, to determine that he had the best deal.
there you go. That's one.
I wouldn't name the company. You notice that is in respect to you.
The
That
bride.
has the tool.
Well, I'll tell you what. With I started
Don't
actually
be
started.
a tool, Ricky.
I actually started my insurance cutting my teeth with Allstate Insurance. I was a support staff. I managed an office for another agent, and I did that for 20 months, and I decided I wanted to open up my own agency, and I opened up my own Allstate agency. I was there a while, and they're an amazing company. They're great. I have nothing bad to say about them, but it wasn't the right fit for me. And I started looking around and looking at some of the other companies and what my options were, and I loved what American Family was doing in Nevada. I loved the homeowners product, and that was one of the things that really drew me in, was that the way that they rate their systems and how their product is so much different than a lot of the competitions, and it's so much more affordable. A lot of people don't know that, but our home products are some of the most competitive in this state. And so I like what they're doing. I love that they're only in 19 states. They're not this huge conglomerate. They're more of an intimate family.
They're not as progressive as others.
You could say that. You could say that.
And they're not in. And
They haven't
they're not
bit
in
the farm.
all the states.
No, they're not. No.
You want us to continue along this line? Because we could
go all night. We can go all night,
We've
huh?
done this stuff.
I think that's pretty progressive, if you ask me.
I think wrestling should stay out of Hartford. I mean, they're in, but down there. So anyway.
Yeah, so it was just a better fit. I like what they were about, what they
Right.
represented, and I love what they were offering their clients and their agents.
Right.
We weren't just a number, but they really care about you, and I really like that. And it's amazing the camaraderie I have with the other agents there. We're all competing against each other, but we all support each other and help each other. Whereas some of the other companies, like I've said, it was a free for all.
Right.
Do you have a legal component?
As far as
I don't know. I mean, my wife had worked for a law office, and they were attached to a insurance company. So they acted as the counsel for the insurance company. Do you have anything that's similar to that? Do you get involved with a lot of legal issues?
We don't. We don't. I have a lot of friends that are in the legal industry that I refer business to, but we don't get into that ourselves.
Okay.
Smart move.
We try. We got to, we narrow down how many hats we're
what
going to
you
wear
do
at the end of
best,
the day.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. We're going to stick to what we know,
Yep.
and we do it well.
How does the different companies, let's start with car insurance. You can do it with home or life or whatever. But I'm always wondering, how do the different companies that offer, for lack of a better term, the same exact coverage, how do they wind up with different prices? And some of them are just extraordinarily different. What goes into it that the consumer doesn't know?
There's a lot of variables, and I think just like, there's certain things that you have to rate for that is going to be standard across the board. And then you're going to rate things differently so that you find your niche. And I think every company out there has to find their niche to separate themselves from the competition. Like you mentioned, Hartford, their specialty is who? The AARP crowd, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
You all three of you should know that here,
No,
gentlemen.
you mean as clients.
As clients, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry. Yeah.
So
Old people.
USAA.
Yeah.
Right.
Military.
Yeah, they offer and they offer great rates and great service to their customers. So every company is going to be looking for a different niche to separate themselves, and so I think that they're going to be rating things a little differently. Like I said, right now with let's say our auto product, you brought up auto insurance.
Yeah.
We rate. We're looking at about 2,600 different. I guess you could say categories that's going to make up our rates. This new product that we're bringing in starting January 4th and starting this Monday, we're going to be able to start quoting this product. There's over 1 billion different criteria that they're looking at that make up this rate on this product. And so it's going to be so much more individualized and personalized for you. So you're not going to be paying for your neighbor's fire that they had or their auto accident. It's going to be personalized for you, and all of our products are going to be custom made. So we're going to be able to, everything's a la carte. So we're going to be add in what you want. We're going to be able to take out what you don't want, be able to save you that money by, there may be coverages that you don't need or your family doesn't need that maybe your next door neighbor does. And so it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be more
So if I
personalized.
only want 3 channels, I can just have 3 channels and not 150 to get those.
There you
3.
go. without those built-in costs. There's a lot of policy right now, they're going to have a built-in cost.
There you go.
They're hard to customize,
Right.
exactly for you, but this is going to be the most amazing product that we have out
Cool.
there.
So if you're looking for, a new insurance, this is basically going to be in the auto portion, or is it?
We
gonna
have
be
an
across the
auto
board?
product. Our auto product is the one we're bringing out in January, and then 90 days after that, we're going to roll out the home products. Yeah.
If your
it's
insurance
going to be
is running
changing
out,
the future.
and even if it's not, there's no reason why you shouldn't get a good comparison.
Yeah, with insurance are policies. They're not contracts. You're not locked into
Right.
to a contract. So if you can
You can
get
cut
a quote
them out as quickly as they can cut you out, right?
Yeah, if you're unhappy with your policy, if you're not happy with your agent, with the company, whatever it is, you can always go ahead and you can leave. You can terminate that at any time the customer wants.
That brings up a good point because I did have a few years back. I had an insurance company for my auto insurance that I really liked. I mean, they were great. I had a couple of little, minor things, but I hated the agent. And that's one of the, I'm serious, and that's one of
believe
the
you.
reasons why I changed companies. Do you have, as a consumer, do I have the right to say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this guy? we just don't hit it off. Can I?
You do.
You can have a different agent and still keep your same policy in the same company, and
you do. And one thing that I love about that American Family does is that the customer can initiate that change. With us, we try and keep the agents out of that.
Right.
And so you can call the company if you want to be, anonymous. You can call the 1-800 number and say, you know what, I have a problem with my agent, and you can relate that problem if you want, or if you want to keep that confidential to yourself and say, it's personality, whatever it is, whatever the issue is. But if there is a customer service issue, we would like to know about it. We want to know.
Yeah.
That's the way we're going to improve ourselves. So yeah, you can call and you can initiate that change. You can walk into another agent, see how your personality works out with them, and you can go ahead and initiate that change. Other companies, you can change the agent, but that original agent that wrote that policy will be the one that remains. That will be
still gets the commission.
Still get the commission.
Right.
Yeah. Where us, whoever has that policy is going to go ahead and take care of you, and they're going to go ahead and benefit from that also. That's why we try and keep the agent out of it. Because we do
I think
that.
that's a good thing, because as an agent, then you have a little more
skin in the game.
Right, you got some skin in the game, and if I don't make this person happy, they can go to another agent, where the other companies, okay, I don't care, go to somebody else. I still get the commission off of the policy because I sold it.
One thing with American Family, we're a Midwest company. They started in Madison, Wisconsin. You can go back there, and we sponsor everything. We have a American Family Insurance Children's Hospital that benefits from our agents, from the fundraising that we do, and then also from the donation from the company. The University of Wisconsin benefits. I mean, there's these huge things that we do.
So you're a bunch of cheeseheads, right?
Right. So yeah. So we are a company, and we're a Midwest company, and we love to get involved with families, and we love one of the things that we do is I completely lost my train of thought. But we pride ourselves.
We have that effect on people.
Yes. I fall asleep in here. But we pride ourselves on our customer service.
Right.
And one thing that drew me to this company when I started researching and talking to people is there is really a cult-like following. I've never seen people this attached to an insurance company before. And as you delve in more, I understand why. But the agents, no matter where you go, they are very vested in their clients. They get to know them so well. I know, myself, I go out to my client's home. I sit down with them. I talk to them about their policy, especially if they're older and they can't come in. We love to go out and sit down on Saturday, and we'll sit down and talk with them. We like to have the family, and we'll sit down at the dining room table. When I was a kid, one of the things that I remember is that the insurance agent was like an extended part of the family.
They always came out to the house.
Yeah, you always came out.
You didn't go to their office. They
came to barbecues and all
Yeah.
sorts of things. I mean, they were part of the family. And as time has gone on, as our lives have gotten busier and increased, we've gotten away from that. We've gotten away from that personalization and getting to know our clients. And one of the things that I love about this company that we're doing is we're bringing that back. We're trying to bring back that individual attention. You're not just a policy. You're a person, and we want to know you. We want to get to know your family, your needs. We want to know about your heartaches. And we think that that's the best way to serve a client.
So you're going to become stalkers, right? Yeah.
Somewhat.
They're going to bring back that love and feeling.
That's right.
Real quickly, in the few seconds we have remaining, Ronda Rousey and Holmes rematch in July. Who do you picking?
You got to give it to Rhonda.
You think she'll come back?
Yeah, she has fought. She asked for a long time. She asked for a break. She has so many movie deals lined up, and she was fighting so frequently that she admits that she was completely burned out.
Gotcha.
She's made so much money. She doesn't ever have to fight again. She doesn't have to work again if she doesn't want to. But she has that competitive spirit. And so I think that she was. I think she lost her focus, and that she lost her desire, that edge, and you could see it. She did not seem right, even at the weigh-in. She didn't seem right going into that. But I think that that she, I think definitely she can bring that and take it back again.
What's the big fight this weekend?
Got to give it to Aldo and McGregor.
And who do you pick in that one?
My heart wants McGregor, but I give the edge to Aldo. Yeah, and it's amazing because he's the guy hasn't lost in 10 years. He's an undefeated champion. He's the only champion, the featherweight champion that the UFC has ever had, and he's the underdog going into this fight.
Wow.
And so he's really he's the pound per pound king right now in MMA. And I got to give it to him. I think he just is going to have an edge. But I want McGregor. I want that hype train to keep going.
Right.
I enjoy his charisma that he carries, and watching him fight he's exciting to watch. Aldo's kind of he's not exciting to me. But I really would like to see McGregor take that.
Phone number for people to call to set up an appointment.
702-854-4768, and you can go to my email address to jwilli21@amfam.com.
Or come visit him Thursday mornings at the BCN meetings at the Beacon Center, 4505 Hacienda. Thursday morning, 7:30. He and I are down there networking.
Sweet G2.
G2. Or just look for the banner that says Beacon Center.
There you go.
And come down and talk to Cheston in person. Thanks for coming in, man. Well overdue.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad you made some time.
Like I said, I was able to class up the joint a little bit.
Absolutely.
Good
Downhill.
information. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I can promise you will not get screwed.
Ay. And give your best to your daughter for us,
I
would
will.
you please?
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Bobcat, take us to break.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cheston. Appreciate you coming in, man. If you need some more information about his insurance and stuff like that, check our Facebook pages out. We'll have it all posted up there. And, of course, John will have everything up on the video for you. Have you got a Doing It with Styles tonight, sir?
Sure, why not?
All righty, so we'll take our quick break here. We'll come back. We'll do it with Styles. We've got a quick sports update. Gentlemen, we're right on time. And, of course, the second half of the show, I see you've got birthdays, dates in history, Mr. Cash. You're back in action again and all kinds of crazy stuff. And, of course, my favorite thing, weird news, man. We'll do it all with Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, John J. Peg Styles, and the Bobcat right after this.
All right, welcome back. We ran a little long in that segment with Cheston. He's a good guy, so give him a call and let him at least sit down and go over your policy with you.
I plan to do it at the beginning of the new year.
Absolutely.
My auto policy. I mean, I'm happy with my service, but if you don't go out there and look for
Absolutely.
something that may be better, there's nothing.
He saved me $500 a year on my policy.
That perked me up.
Plus, gave me an insurance policy for Stacy.
That is very good
So,
too.
all right, it is time for Doing It with Styles.
It's time for Doing It with Style.
You've either got or you haven't got style.
If you got it, you stand out a mile. Got or you haven't got class.
Y'all ready for this? Okay, I love animals, right?
Yes.
I love all kinds of animals.
Cats especially.
Cats, dogs. I used to raise birds. I used to have, exotic birds. I had a parrot once, and
Did you teach them how to talk?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was a she.
What kind of words did she say?
Actually, she used to call the dogs, and she used to tell the dogs when they would bark, she would say, "Shut up!" Sounded just like my ex-wife. And she did, actually. So
I won't go there.
anyway, yeah, thank you. Because she listens sometimes.
That's
so you gotta
why
be
I
careful.
won't go
There you go.
there,
Yeah,
right.
so anyway, on the news this week, I just saw this bird that I just absolutely fell in love with. I mean, I am so impressed by this bird. I mean, I just love him. I'd love to take him home. I'd love to, give him all kinds of honors. And the only honor that I can give him is the Doing It with Styles Award. So this week, my Doing It with Styles Award is going to the bald eagle that tried to attack Donald Trump. Well done. And how appropriate was that?
I wonder if he was Muslim.
A bald eagle?
You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
They had to come from somewhere.
Yeah, well, obviously Donald did not do a very good job of vetting that bird before he let him in.
The bird thought
Where'd
his
the bird
head was
get
a
him in the
nest.
head?
No, he didn't get him. Trump was quick enough to get away from the bird.
Right.
The bird thought his hair was a nest. That's why he kept going after it. So, all right, take us out.
Thank you for listening to Doing It with Style. Heard exclusively on Vegas Unwrapped.
Go to sports.
All right.
I can do that.
Good job.
Little last second jockey in here.
Yes.
All right, I can
Push
do
the
that
button,
for you.
push the button.
I
Yeah,
can
push
do
the
that
button.
for you too. All right. Let's give you a quick sports update real fastly. Like 9:25 left in the fourth quarter. 8-4 Minnesota against 10-2 Arizona. It's 2013. The Cardinals right there. 4 games on the NBA hardwood tonight. Brooklyn a winner. Oklahoma City. Also Chicago. Late game going on right now with the Sacramento and the New York Knicks. Okay. 7 games on the ice tonight. Tampa Bay a winner. Florida, Detroit, Nashville, Philly, and still to come into the second. It's Calgary 2 zip up on Buffalo. NFL coach, broadcaster John Madden had open heart surgery this week, okay, guys? Everything went smooth as silk. John came out of the anesthesia, and the attendant said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I'm pissed off." He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "The surgery came and the damn playoffs are on the way." Madden's upset about that, all righty? NCAA basketball between the two Iowas tonight. Iowa State on top of Iowa, 83-82. And we talked about this a little bit earlier as our good friend Cheston was here. It has all been said and done. Dana White was in California this weekend taking comments about who would be the next defender of the women's championship against Holly Holm. And the camp for them are all up and down about this, guys. They say they don't know who it is. They don't know what it is. But Mr. White says it's a done deal. January 9th at the brand new Las Vegas MGM Arena. July 9th, that's correct. It will be the rematch of Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm. You guys got a winner on this one? How about it, gentlemen?
Ronda's going to take it.
Cash
I
man.
think the last fight was a setup.
I'm not so sure.
Aaron Phillips.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd, well, if you get him in there, all right. Well, that would be something else.
All
Yours
right.
truly, the Bobcat. I say Ronda's going to redelve herself, take the title, hang it up after that, and she'll do a movie star thing. There you go.
There you go.
I'd watch.
Or a wrestler.
Oh, yeah. No, wait a second. Didn't I see something, Mr. Phillips, about she got in there with Stephanie McMahon?
That was last WrestleMania.
Was that in?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She wants to get back in this year, but Dana White's kind of putting the kibosh on that. But we'll see.
Yeah,
all right. With that, we're closing in on the top of the hour, so we're going to go to our national break. Unfortunately, Tony Martini is ill, so we're going to be punting in the second hour. We've got some things planned to
Too much
make
to
up.
drink?
Could be.
Too many
maybe,
martinis.
Maybe a little music of Tony's Christmas CD, which he's
very nice. Very
redistributing.
nice
So, and you'll hear that across the network. We'll be back on the other side after the national. Don't go anywhere. Hour 2 next.
Parent company.
All right, welcome back. Vegas Unwrapped, hour number 2 is about to get underway.
Thank God.
Hour number 2. Tony, we miss you. We hope you feel better. Get well soon. But we're going to, Tony, for those of you who don't know, Tony Martini and Vegas Unwrapped go, let's see, we've been on the air 7 years, probably almost 7 years, probably 6.5 of those 7 years. Of course, we met him at Timeshare and had an opportunity to learn about his background and all that he had done in terms of his, at the time, well, still now, 50-plus years of entertainment. And he's put out CDs, and one of his CDs, Tony Martini, Big Band with the Martini. Of course, his most recent CD, we were around a couple of years ago when he put his 50-year Journey CD together. But he also put together a CD with holiday music. So we're going to highlight some of that during the second hour. We'll have it come in and out on some breaks, maybe a little background music in one of our segments a little later. But you'll also be able to hear it throughout the station when we don't have a show airing, because we've incorporated that along with some other holiday music in with some of the other music that we play. So we'll be able to have Tony's music with us. And, of course, he's making it available for purchase. And he has not shared with me how much he's selling them for yet, because he doesn't have the quantity yet of the CDs. He has ordered some to distribute. So anyway, so Tony will be with us in spirit. Hopefully we'll be able to reschedule another Thursday night for him to come on. Plus he's talking about maybe rebirthing his show again. So we may get him back on the air on a regular basis.
Just a class act all the way around.
Absolutely.
I love Tony Martini.
No question. 83
83 or 84.
83 or 84 years young.
Yeah,
so.
we started with him on the radio. He was like 77, so
Yeah, that's
that's
about
a
right.
long
Yeah, you're
time
right.
already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was that down on the Sunset Strip?
No, actually, yeah, right. We actually started with him in our first venue over on Bonneville and Maryland Parkway.
Oh, yes, the Blue House.
The Blue House.
That's right.
Guarded by one Dachshund and one Doberman.
on the
Second
apartment
floor.
upstairs.
A Dachshund and a Doberman.
That's right.
Scared the piss out
Oh,
of us.
my
The
gosh.
Dachshund was loud.
The Dachshund was scarier than the
I'm saying
Doberman.
he was loud.
Absolutely. All right, if you're celebrating a birthday today, December 10th, we want to wish you happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, and you're celebrating a birthday with these people. All right, I was remiss since we didn't do birthdays last week, since we reran Benny Velasquez's segment. My sister celebrated her birthday last Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday, sis.
Her final year in her current decade is what I'm giving her the agita about.
Younger sister or older sister?
Younger sister.
Oh, okay.
I'm the oldest. She's the baby of the family. So, yeah, she just turned 39, and so wish her a happy birthday. All right, here you go, fellers. We'll get us started right away with the first one. TV actress Raven Simone is turning how old? She played the littlest Huxtable on the Cosby Show, and she's now also one of the commentators on The View.
34 years young today,
How much?
sir. 34.
34.
38.
38.
35.
30 would be the right answer. Chef Bobby Flay is turning how old today?
42.
42.
40.
40.
41.
51, however, would be the right
Darn,
answer.
man, he's that old.
Yeah.
Should fall in his souffle.
He hooked up with that. He hooked up with that the chef down there at the Link Hotel. What's her? Gilda? I don't know.
Gilda Radner.
Well, I don't know.
I'm still
Radner.
watching Chop late at night. So.
Movie actor Xavier Samuel. He played Riley in the Twilight Saga Eclipse. He also played roles in September, Newcastle, Loved Ones, A Few Best Men, and Further We Search.
28.
28.
31.
31.
35.
32, however, would be the right answer.
We suck at this.
Yes, you do. You
Especially
really
when
do.
we
We
don't know
haven't
the
done
people.
it for so long. That's it.
All right, here you go. This is a 2-point question. Movie
2
actor.
point or 2 part?
2 point.
Okay.
Movie actor Michael Clark Duncan. Those of you who don't know who he is, from The Green Mile.
Yeah. The big
Big dude.
The big
big
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
How old is he?
What year did he die?
Oh,
Because his age is academic.
yeah.
2011.
2011.
I think it's 2009.
12.
2009. 2012? Is that your answer?
Yeah, 2012.
2012 is the
Yeah.
correct answer.
Yeah,
2
it-
points
it's a couple of years ago.
to Mr. Styles. TV actress Nia Peoples is turning how old?
Oh, yeah, man. 61.
61.
I wonder if she's Mario People's sister.
Mother.
Peeps.
Let's see if the bio says something.
64.
Here. 64.
What'd you say, John?
61.
You said 61, 64? I'll go 66.
She married her fourth husband, Sam George, in 2004, then filed for divorce in 2015. She was previously married to Guy Ecker, Howard Hewitt, and Laura Chartrand. She played a role on Walker, Texas Ranger alongside Chuck Norris. Doesn't say anything about...
How old she is? That
No,
give you-
it does. No, I got it. She is 54, by the way.
Oh.
We made her older.
Yeah, so she still looks good for 54. Baseball player Will Myers is turning how old?
Wait, I got one though. Yeah.
Will Myers.
Baseball player.
54.
Gee, man, he's still playing. Come on.
27.
I have no clue who the guy
54.
is.
29, man.
25 would be the right answer.
All right. You'd have had him in the senior circuit, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have him retired. Okay, unfortunately, right now, my internet... Okay, here we go. My internet was frozen for a second, but we got it going now. I don't like any of those, so we'll skip that one. Susan Day. How old is
wow,
Susan Day?
yeah.
Susan Day had a crush on her when she was Nancy Drew.
Wow.
Well, I like him.
Yeah, young.
Right.
Yeah, we know.
Let's see.
Dude, be careful, man.
I am. 16 gets you 20, 12 gets you life.
She's 55.
55.
She might even be closer to 51.
51.
I was going to go 53, sir.
She's closer to 61 than she is 51.
That is a true statement. She's
Yep.
turning 63 today.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I knew it was in that area, so.
From the TV show Bonanza, Dan Blocker. What year did he die? 2-point question.
2001.
2001.
1994.
1994. We'll give Bobcat a pass on this. He passed away in 1972. That's right. Yes, we have a phone call.
We did, but I must have made it a point that it was somebody with Mr. Martini, 82, sir.
Oh, 82.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Did
Yeah,
not
we
want-
make everybody old here.
I know. All right, thank you. I wish I would have known who that was that called in. I think I know who it might have been.
Probably Tony.
Football player Eric Reed is turning how old?
Still playing?
Still playing.
See, I was going to see if he went
31.
to the senior circuit on this one there, Peg.
29.
As a matter of fact, he's a member of the San Francisco 49ers.
A bunch of losers this
You
year.
said 29 and
I said 31.
31.
I'll go 28.
24 would be the right answer.
New guy.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
he's
got
a new guy?
He just got drafted last year.
Just a
Absolutely.
newbie.
Absolutely. And
I
that
got
does it for
shoes
celebrity
older than that.
birthdays.
Wait. I have one.
Oh, you have one.
I have one. Tina Turner,
74.
75.
Ooh.
She is hot for 75. I just
She
saw her
doesn't, but
picture
you know
yesterday.
what? She denounced her American citizenship a few years ago, lives in Switzerland.
Good for her.
So as we say in Yiddish, go gesundheit.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. So if you're celebrating a
she's
birthday
still hot.
today, December
75 years old.
10th, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped. Thank you. And we'll be now going to dates in history. I haven't done this in a while, too, man. Hi, Mr. Cash. What year did Zacharias become Pope?
Is this what's the name of the Pope these days? Not Zacharias.
Francis.
Francis, yeah. Well, I'm going to give Zacharias a shot at 1148.
1216.
741.
Okay.
Whoa.
What year did New York Governor Lovelace announce his monthly mail service begins between New York and Boston? New York Governor Lovelace.
I'm going to say,
I know his great-granddaughter.
me too, and it's great. I'm going to say 1683.
1672 would be the right answer.
Not bad.
No, you were in the ballpark. Oh, my goodness gracious. What year was Mississippi admitted as the 20th state to the Union?
Last Thursday.
Yes, sir.
You're right. Mississippi, 20th state?
20th state.
Well, that would put it prior to 1850. So let's say 1816.
You're getting closer and closer on these. 1817 would be the correct answer.
You're away.
You got to get a half a point for that at
No.
least.
He's been always so tough on me.
What year was Nobel for Physics awarded to Pierre and Marie Curie?
$1932.
That's pretty close. I think it's a little earlier than that, though. I'm going to say 1926.
1903, however,
No shit.
would be the right answer.
Curious.
What year was President Theodore Roosevelt the first American awarded the Nobel Peace Prize?
After he beat the Spanish in this in the Spanish-American War, I'm going to say 1906.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
She kind of hesitated.
Well, I was thinking either 1904 or 1906.
So is 06 your final answer?
Yes.
Good, because it's the right one.
Oh, wow.
The 1 millionth Model T Ford was assembled in what year?
The millionth one.
1 millionth Model T Ford was assembled in what year?
1927 or 28? 1928.
Okay.
I think it's earlier than that. The Model T came out, I think, in 03. And let's say they did 10,000 a year. I'm going to say 19. Well, the war came out there. Would you say, John, 20?
28. 1928.
I'm going to say 1922.
1915, however, would be the right answer. John A. Hayter
Hader?
becomes Heyder.
Oh,
Hayter?
Hayter.
Hayter?
No, Hader's right.
Becomes
Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah.
becomes president of baseball's National League in what year?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, I'm throwing you softballs right down the middle. These are in your wheelhouse, Mr. Cash.
1897.
How about 1918?
1918.
Oh, my goodness
I was going to
gracious.
say 1912.
That was the overture. What year did you... Oh, here we go.
And that got rejected as well.
Here's a radio question, boys. First radio broadcast in the Springfield area, WCBS.
Wait. You know there's about 35 different Springfields throughout the United States.
I'm just reading what's here. I don't know which Springfield area it is. But based on the station, I would say probably Springfield, Connecticcut. Is there Springfield,
No,
Connecticut?
it's Springfield, Mass.
There's also Springfield, New Jersey.
Right.
Missouri.
So first radio broadcast of the Springfield
Illinois.
area, WCBS, was what year?
It's got to be Springfield, Massachusetts, and it's got to be around. Let's see, Radio 19. I'm going to say 1920.
1926 would be the correct answer.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Boy, he has some sense of history, that Cash guy.
Hasn't gotten any right.
I did.
Except for
I got
one.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
Except for one. Jesus, criminy. That's another one. How about what year did KOMO TV, Channel 4 in Seattle, begin its broadcasting life?
Wow. A TV station in Seattle.
KOMO, K-O-M-O.
I'm going to say 1955.
1949.
1953 would be the right answer. What year did Albert Schweitzer receive the Nobel Peace Prize?
Albert Schweitzer.
1922.
Are you not following the progression of years that I've given answers to? In which
I
way
don't
they're
remember the
known?
last answer. It's getting late. By this time of the night, I'm pretty much. Okay, well, it was later than 1922 then.
That's a tough one, Aaron. I'm going to say 1959.
1954 would be the right answer. You're all over these.
So I'm going to write that.
All right, what-
1954. The last answer was
All
1954.
right, this is a wrestling question. And since you become a newfound wrestling follower, so to speak,
Yes, I am.
what year did Bruno Sammartino beat Stan Stasiak in New York to become the WWF champ?
Either 1977 or 1978. I'm going to go for 1978.
1973, however, would be the right
all right.
answer. You answered that with such conviction.
Because I remember saying you might have been there.
Not on that one.
Okay.
Not in that one. Holy cow. That was Bob Backlund beating the superstar Billy Graham that I was at in February. Oh, my
right,
goodness.
there you go.
All right, last one. Vegas related. Heavyweight Michael Dokes KO's Mike Weaver in a minute 3 in Las Vegas. What year? It's a Vegas question, boys.
1982.
Cash, don't even bother answering. JPEG's right. 1982, right on the button. And that does it for Dates in History. We come back on the other side.
Where's my milkshake?
It is time for... What is it time for?
Unwrapped
Treasures. And some Tony Martini music. Take us out.
Aw.
Don't need to say anything, but let's take a
Our
listen.
good friend Tony Martini putting us in the mood. You can keep that in the background. Oh, no. We'll use Taste of Honey. That's fine. All right. You know, it is a busy time of year. How many people do we get in town for Christmas, for New Year's? Do you remember?
I know for New Year's we get over 300,000.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
150 go down to Fremont Street?
No, not that many.
100,000?
No, not even 50. About 50, because that's all you
Really?
can fit. Most of it is on the strip.
Wow, I was always more than
Idiots.
No, just silly people having what they think is a good time.
Idiots.
Okay.
Don't go to work for the Convention Authority.
Idiots.
Bass Pro Shops Santa's Wonderland. Bass Pro Shops, 8200 Dean Martin Drive. Now through Christmas, it's a free event. Go down to Bass Pro Santa's Wonderland. Is returning to Bass Pro Shops at the Silverton Hotel and Casino. Families are invited to create lasting memories of Bass Pro Shops from the 14th of November through December 24th through free photos with Santa, crafts for kids, games and activities to celebrate the season. Santa's Wonderland transforms Bass Pro Shops into a sprawling Christmas village featuring rustic Christmas cabins, moving model trains, remote control trucks, animated Christmas characters, and much more. So head on down there. That's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day between now and Christmas. Ethel M. Holiday Cactus Garden down at Ethel M. Chocolates, 2 Cactus Garden Drive down in Henderson, 89104. Bring the family out to celebrate the season at the 22nd annual Ethel M. Holiday Cactus Garden. This always popular attraction features more than 600,000 holiday lights carefully strung across 300 species of native desert plants.
That's pretty cool.
Holiday music, visits from Santa Claus, free tours of the chocolate factory with a sweet treat at the end in the gift shop. Make this a must-do attraction from locals. The illuminated Cactus Garden will open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly, and it is free.
Ooh.
Opportunity Village Magical Forest, 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day between now and Christmas. Experience the magic. Celebrate the holidays with a cherished Southern Nevada tradition, the Magical Forest at Opportunity Village. The Magical Forest is a winter wonderland with millions of sparkling lights, nightly entertainment, great food, and endless holiday cheer. This year, you'll enjoy all this and much, much more. A forest filled with hundreds of dazzling trees, Forest Express passenger train, Cheyenne's Enchanted Carousel, Boris the Elf, 3D experience, avalanche slide, and much, much more. So check them out between now and Christmas, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. And, of course, all the proceeds go to Opportunity Village.
You might want to make a note that one of our show hosts, Corey Taylor, will be driving the train. When is that?
Actually, I think next Wednesday night she does it.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I think
Cool.
it's next Wednesday night. Yeah.
Good job.
If you're into lights and you like the shining lights, glittering lights
shiny.
at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Of course, that's at 7000 North Las Vegas Boulevard. Nevada's largest holiday drive-through light show spectacular, Glittering Lights, is open now through January 3rd at the Speedway. The display features more than 3 million lights along the 2/5 mile course. New this year is a tribute to Las Vegas' nearly 3 football fields in length, a 50-foot tall Kissing Mr. and Mrs. Claus, a 200-foot candy tunnel, and 250,000 palm tree lights.
Whoa.
A tradition for 15 years, the display is open from 5:30 to 9 p.m. and $20 to get in to check out the lights.
I am very pleased to inform our listening audience that this year there is a well-lit menorah in that display.
Is there?
Yes.
Very
Very
cool.
nice. Very cool.
You can, if you want to also check out the menorahs, you can go to Tivoli Village. You can also go to downtown Summerlin where they have the menorah lighting going on there every night as well.
Also downtown on Fremont Street.
That's right.
Last Sunday it was Carolyn Goodman
That's right.
doing the first light,
Being Jewish as well, she should.
and then she lit the Christmas tree on Wednesday. I
Is
thought
she?
that was great.
Is the mayor Jewish?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Goodman.
Goodman?
Oh, well. What's in a name? I mean, come on.
Magical Memories featuring Disney Fine Art grand opening. This is tomorrow night, December 11th. It's a free event. Let's
like
see.
free.
It's starting tomorrow night now through Christmas, just in time for the holidays. Magical Memories featuring Disney Fine Art is thrilled to announce the opening of its second location in Town Square, Las Vegas. To commemorate the new location, a grand opening will be held December 11th through the 13th. Magical Memories featuring Disney Fine Art is a premier dealer of a diverse portfolio of limited edition, hand-signed, and numbered fine artwork by some of the world's most popular artists inspired by the rich artistic heritage of Disney. Let's see, what else do we have here? Sounds of the Season. We were talking about this earlier, about the music we're going to be playing. Come out to the gallery at sunset to dine and unwind on the plaza with free live music by Stoked outside next to the Bravo Italian Cucina. Click here to get, you can click on the website that I'm using, which is called vegasforlocals.com, to get a free $10 gift card for either Bravo or Larson's Grill. And listen to the music is free.
Free. Great.
Let's see, we talked about that. Here we go. Holiday Synchronized Swimming Show. This is a free event, December 11th at 5:30 p.m. at the Municipal Pool, 431 East Bonanza Road. All ages are welcome to enjoy this free holiday synchronized swimming show. City of Las Vegas.
Only in Las Vegas.
City of Las Vegas, Clark County, City of North Las Vegas, and City of Henderson teams all come together to show off their skills in this annual regional show, coordinated by the Nevada Recreations and Parks Society. Light refreshments will be served while supplies last. For more information, please call 702-229-6309. And it is free to get in. Oh, let's see. What else can we talk about here? Concert and donation drive tomorrow night at 9 p.m. This is at Babe's Rockin' Sports Bar, 5901 Emerald Avenue. The next one-ton project show is on Friday, December 11th at the Wretched Soul Kids and Strange Mistress at Babe's Rockin' Spirits Bar. Get in the Christmas spirit and come see a killer rock show benefiting Shade Tree Women's Shelter and a Home for Spot Animal Rescue.
What's the name of that street, Aaron?
5901 Emerald Avenue.
Emerald. Not familiar with that, guys.
Down in 89122.
Oh,
It's over in Oz.
That clears it right up for me.
I can click on the Google map. but it would delay me a little
Yeah, I
bit
know.
there.
It's okay.
Bring food, toiletries, unwrapped children's gifts, or any kind of animal goodies. Help us donate to those very worthy causes. You can respond on Facebook, 1 Ton Project, and the event starts at 9 p.m. Now, speaking of donations, we have a box here.
Right here.
Where we're collecting for the Henderson, what the heck is it called?
I'm Not a Monster.
Animal Foundation.
Yep.
I Am Not a Monster. We have a couple of donations in there. Don't bring garbage to put in the box.
That's so
bring
sad.
donations.
Bring some dog or cat
I mean,
food.
we've got a donation there of some dog food. We got a donation of some dental sticks, the big package. So just
Bring
something.
in something. Just bring in something.
Drop it off.
Blankets,
At the court,
towels, all that
anything.
kind of stuff
Yeah,
that these
absolutely.
shelters can use.
Yeah.
Just bring it in and drop it off here at the studio, 6655 West Sahara.
And we'll make sure it gets to the right place
That's
at the
right.
right time.
C216 is our suite name, a suite number. Home for the holidays at the Meadows Mall, December 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Meadows Mall and the Animal Foundation, operating lead animal shelter, hope to make the holidays a little brighter for dogs in need of a good home this season by hosting the 6th annual A Home for the Holidays pet adoption event. On Saturday, December 12th, the Animal Foundation will host this adoption station in Dillard's lower level court to educate and entice consumers to add a lovable furry friend to their families this year. There's a free event to go to in the mall. What else? Not much there.
Adoption fees for dogs are usually 75% lower than what you would pay for a dog in a pet shop.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it may cost $100 to adopt a pet there.
Don't buy a
whatever.
dog or a cat or any
Right,
animal
rescue,
in a pet
rescue,
store,
rescue.
Man. Go to rescues. There's some really cool dogs out there and cats and all kinds of animals, and they are really, really, really grateful.
It's done wonders for cash. Anyway, the Holiday Bazaar
Yes,
Market.
It certainly has.
Well, I didn't mean the dog. I mean, like, adopt. Never mind.
Never mind.
December 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the Holiday Bazaar and Market. Rocks Trot Vintage, 9272 Tamara Street, Las Vegas 89123. Join us for this great event featuring over 50 local vendors with vintage, handmade, and direct sale wares just in time for your holiday shopping. This is an outdoor and an indoor event, so dress warm and bring your friends.
That's bizarre.
Good job.
All right, I think that about wraps it up for some things going on, getting ready for the holidays. Gentlemen, anything in your book you want to mention for events that you're aware of? Okay.
Just looking for a nice, relaxing Christmas this year.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Just something nice and relaxing. Not to have all the hype and all that. Just
Chill.
Just nice, relaxing.
Chill.
It's nice that the owners of the station are closing the station
Yes.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
What
and
nice guys.
What nice guys.
Yeah, I
like-
heard they're closing at 4 o'clock on
That's right.
Christmas Eve.
on Christmas Eve and once again on New Year's Eve,
That's right.
so that people can spend the time, this important time of the year, with their families and loved ones. And for those that don't have any, unfortunately, they may not have any families or loved ones, but there's always the opportunity to help others.
Yeah, come down and hang out with me at Little Darlings or something.
Yeah, the homeless. You can go to a shelter on Christmas and help the homeless, feed the homeless. My family did that for years.
Yep.
And then we decided to go out for Chinese food, and that's how we developed that tradition.
All right, we come back on the other side. More stuff that's going on.
Got some lists?
Cool. I like
Maybe
stuff.
some lists, but you know what?
I'm going to run down. I'm going to give my top
Yes,
6.
that's what we'll do.
I'm going to do my top 6 Christmas songs of all time.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
And if I had time, I would have written the list out, given it to Bobcat, so he could have played snippets from those songs. But I didn't think about it until
Just now. We'll
Too
be
late.
back right after
Thank
this.
God.
too late.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Yeah, Hori.
You know where that came
Right?
from, don't you?
Yeah, sure. It came from Christmas Story.
No. It came from back in the day.
Yes.
Olden days when the, what do they call them? The minstrels that would go around from town to town to town.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people, when they would sing, most of the people didn't know the words or couldn't read. And so they would just say, fa la 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 la.
There you go.
All right. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
I just
It
made
sounds
that
like
up.
it sounds like my synagogue on Friday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Lie, 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 lie.
Right.
Right?
That's
They do that all night.
That's right. The high holidays. All they do is murmur. All right. Mr. Cash.
You don't have to be.
By the way, a shout out to Robin who's listening.
Okay,
Hello, Robin.
You don't, and I'm going to put this more in a much more advanced on Facebook one of these days. You don't have to be a Christian to enjoy the Christmas season and the Christmas holidays. One of the things that I've always enjoyed ever since I was a kid was Christmas music. And you know, when I was growing up, the stars, the musical stars at the time, they weren't the ones that did the Christmas songs. You know, it wasn't until later on that, you know, the Beach Boys and the Ronettes and Bruce Springsteen and all
Johnny
them
Mathis
started to do, you know, the Christmas songs. So here's a quick
Were you
rundown.
even allowed to listen to Christmas music when you were a kid?
Of course, my parents sang them.
Oh.
So
You had to listen right to left.
yeah, of course. So
That's where you got all those weird messages.
Here's a quick countdown of my top 6 Christmas songs of all time. Number 6, Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen. Love it. One of the great songs.
Okay.
Number 5, Live Aid doing Feed the World.
That's not really a Christmas carol.
Yes, it is. It's a Christmas song, and they play it only during Christmas. Number 4,
Okay.
the Ronettes, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Number 3, This Is Christmas, John Lennon. Number 2, the Eagles, I'll Be Home for Christmas. And number 1, far and away, not even close, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. My top 6 Christmas songs of all time. What do you think of that? Don't all say it once.
My number one song at Christmas. I'll go right to number 1. The 12 Pains of Christmas. That's mine.
I have 2.
Oh, the Trans-Siberian
I love
Orchestra.
the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Christmas in Sarajevo.
Yeah.
That one I love.
Yep.
That one
That's
I like.
awesome. My number 2 favorite is, and I think I'm not sure. I think it was Weird Al, but it could be somebody else. And it's "Walk Around in Women's Underwear."
Once again,
And-
proving the theory, Mike Leonetti was
Was
right after
right.
all these years.
Number 1.
I know, Mama got run over by a reindeer.
That's a
No,
good one,
no,
too.
actually, Santa Baby,
By
the
who?
original,
By Eartha Kitt?
Eartha Kitt.
Holy
Absolutely.
God, 1954, guys.
I know.
I just heard it last night. I
Yeah.
watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, she was, even at 8 years old, man, she turned me on.
Yeah, but she was a beauty at that time. She
man.
was a teenager.
And could she sing? Oh, God, what a voice.
Her voice
Just-
was velvet.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm impressed with him picking that one out.
Well, how could you not?
You know who does a great job on Santa Baby, though? The closest since then, Madonna.
You ever heard Madonna's version?
See if you can pull it up. Just for, you know, because it is fabulous. Who else did I heard Sandy sing that one.
Yeah, she did. She does.
Sandy does a good version of it.
She does a
very
good version.
job of
She
it.
does a very good version.
Well, to be put in the same category as Madonna and Eartha Kitt, I'm sure she would be very pleased to hear that compliment.
I'll pass it along.
I'm sure you will. You take Larissa with you?
Why not?
Oh, my God.
We don't.
One can dream.
We don't mess around. Ask and ye shall receive.
Slip a stable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, an outer space convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be oh so good if you'll check off my Christmas list. Biddle, Santa honey, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. I've been an angel all year, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, there's one thing I really do need. The deed to a platinum mine, Santa cutie, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, and fill my stocking with a duplex and checks. Sign your Rex on the line, Santa baby.
This is
and
Madonna's
hurry
version?
down
Yeah.
the chimney
Sounds more like
tonight.
Cyndi Lauper,
Yes.
doesn't it?
But
Yeah.
she does. She's doing. If you watch the video, she's doing a Marilyn Monroe imitation, and that's where that comes from.
They took most of the clips from the Material Girl video off
Yes,
that, you know.
yes.
But that's when she was at her. That's when I saw her the first time I ever got to see her live. That's when she looked her best, right
Oh
there.
yeah,
You
no
know?
question about it.
She still had a little bit of that baby tummy on her, and yeah.
She was a cutie, no question about it.
Trust me up in my love.
Santa baby.
There she is.
All right, so there was another list that you wanted to do.
That was my number one list. I mean, the other list was a list regarding other things that you can like for Christmas if you weren't, you don't have to be, as I said, Christian. All right?
Okay.
I love lights. I think Christmas lights should be all year round.
Yeah, the drugs are kicking in.
Yeah, I know.
The lights, man.
Yeah, they really do.
But didn't you have something about candy?
Oh, yeah. Candy in Christmas time is
She
terrific.
is hot.
You got to have. I just put out on Facebook my top 10 chocolate candy bars. All right, I'll try to think if I can remember them off the top of my head. Number one, without question, was Milky Way caramel. That's the one that's going down and down and down in our vending machine.
As your
All
wife
right.
is listening.
I think it's her number two. That's definitely number one.
All right, I got your list. I have it right here.
Do it from the 10 going up.
Number 10 was you had a couple of
It was
honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Then you had a three-way tie for 10. I don't know
Just
how you
a
do
two-way
that.
tie.
Oh, two-way tie.
Yeah.
Kit Kat and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Number 9, M&M's. Now, is M&M's technically a bar? No.
Well,
no, it's not. It's
chocolate
not.
candy.
But that's not what you said.
Yeah.
Top 10 chocolate candy bars. So number 9 is disqualified, as much as I love M&M's.
So
that's going to
that
knock
takes-
out M&M peanuts. Too,
No.
then.
That takes care of the tie for number 10.
Yeah, but I got peanuts in there too. Somewhere.
Yeah, you have number 3, so they're out of there.
Jeez.
Butterfingers, Twix, Snickers, Goobers, number 5, Baby Ruth at 4, M&M Peanuts was 3.
Well,
Nestle,
Goobers you'd have to take out too then.
Yep.
that's true. Goobers would have to be
And
out.
Raisinets.
Raisinette, yeah.
also,
Milky
I love
Way,
Raisinets.
Clark Bar, honorable mention. You also had another one in there that you put in the comments box. Three Musketeers Bar.
I forgot
was
about
your
that.
other honorable mention.
And $100,000.
And $100,000. And then Nestle's Crunch and Milky Way Caramel was number 1.
Those 1 and 2 are
Mounds
separated.
and
from
Almond Joy.
Yeah. Those people
Sometimes
that
you feel
that.
like a nut, sometimes you don't.
You guys have favorite candies?
All of it.
Bobcat?
Oh yeah, man. Actually, I found a new Reese's snack bar. Have you seen?
Those are awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
sort of like taking a Twix and wrapping it with a Reese's cup.
Yeah. No, taking
Yeah.
a Reese's
What's
cup
it
and
called?
wrapping it with a twist.
I don't know. It's one of them. I
We'll have
don't
to
know.
make a stop at 7-Eleven on the way home.
I don't know. I went to CVS to get some medicine for my wife, and I saw so many candy bars down there. I couldn't figure out what the hell was what the hell anymore.
Okay, I got one. And these are hard to find. You can't just find it any place. These are hoodies, praline pecans. They
What the
are
hell is
awesome.
that? Remember Zagnats,
Remember
man?
I brought some in that little plastic bag?
Zagnut's had a
Zagnut's?
white covering,
Yep.
right? They were white.
Yep.
It was like a...
No, that was a Zero Bar. Zero Bar. Zagnats had the thing, and the chopped up coconut stuff on the top of
That's
it, and a chocolate and a coconut. Oh, Zagnats.
Do you remember?
Those
Do you
things were
remember?
great.
These guys wouldn't. Do you remember Reggie bars?
Sure.
Reggie bars with these.
I remember those
Yeah,
things.
I
You
remember
do?
Reggie bars.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson.
I thought it was only in New York.
No,
They were not. They were national.
They were the best.
They were
That
big,
was
huh?
Mr.
big
October.
caramel with,
Yep.
with like Nestle's Crunch in them. It was
Mr. October.
They were tremendous. I used to buy them by the truckloads.
For me, I'd have to give it a tie between
Well, you love Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers, and I also love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah.
Which technically isn't a bar. But
right.
who
but
cares?
neither is
You know,
Boob.
You got to go find this new one, man.
All
I'm
right, so
telling you,
just
it
change
is.
to edit it to just
It's
say
good.
chocolate
It's
candies.
good.
Well, I mean, but bars puts
Yeah.
it in a whole class.
Yeah, well.
So, all right, it is time for our last break
Thank God.
because when we come back,
I've got some weird news that I can't wait to read.
we have some weird news coming up right after this. Yes. All right, welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped. It is the time of the show where we realize we're not as bad off in our life as we think we are when we come to
Boy, were we wrong.
weird news. Strum up the band. cash. Get us started.
I'm going to start off with 2 quickies, and it comes under the category of more things to worry about.
Uh-oh.
Number 1, Carrie Pernula, 38, was arrested in Champlain, Minnesota in October.
Well, we haven't done that in a while.
Right. After a perhaps too aggressive strategy for quieting raucous neighbor kids. According to the police report, Pernula, at wit's end, apparently wrote the kids' parents by mail, "Your children look delicious.
Oh, no.
May I have a taste?"
Oh. At least we didn't say that.
Oh, we came pretty damn close.
Oh,
and
my
number
goodness.
2, Robinson Pinilla Boulevard, 24, was arrested in Midland, Texas in November, accused of threatening a woman at knife point because, according to the police report, she would not smell his armpit.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Nice. Least competent criminals. Not ready for prime time. A crew of masked home invaders struck in Orlando, Florida. Family in
October.
And were preparing a haul of about $100,000 in cash and property when one of the perps got testy with the family's barking dog. "Back up, princess," the masked man said, inadvertently revealing that he was on a first-name basis with the dog and therefore a family acquaintance. The victims, piecing together other clues, identified Christopher Jara, who was soon arrested.
All right, I'm going to let you have the other least competent criminal.
Okay.
Because I got to go up one to people that have issues.
Oh, boy.
Listen to this, guys. Author Richard Brittain, 28, a former champion at the popular British Scrabble-like Countdown TV show, pleaded guilty in Scotland's Glasgow Sheriff's Court in November for his 2014 response to an unfavorable literary review from an 18-year-old supermarket worker posting on an internet site. Brittain had acknowledged some criticism in his book, The World Rose, in a blog, but said other critics had compared him to Dickens, Shakespeare, and Rowling. However, he confessed when he read the clerk's review, he searched for her online, found out where she worked, traveled 500 miles to the store, and knocked her out with a wine bottle to the back of her head.
Oh, my God.
What a jerk.
What a waste of a bottle of wine.
Yeah. She was treated and released.
Got to respect
the
that
hospital.
Manischewitz.
Go for it.
Second story under least competent criminals, recurring theme. The job market in Wayne County, Michigan is apparently tough to crack, which led John Rose, age 25, to the county sheriff's office looking for a job. He finished a paper application in November and was waiting his interview when deputies did call him back. As he walked through the door, however, he was arrested. Since a routine check had turned up numerous outstanding charges in Kentucky, including multiple counts of rape, sexual abuse, and sodomy.
Nice guy. Here's something that's...
Guy was a fucker, wasn't he?
This is inexplicable, guys.
Inexplicable.
He was a well-traveled professional with close to 7 figures in the bank, according to a November New York Times profile, who had recently gradually given $718,000 to 2 Manhattan psychics who had vowed to help him reunite him with his former love. Even though she is dead, said one, reachable only if he built an 80-mile bridge of gold past her reincarnation portal. Though the psychics have been identified, a private investigator said the very personality problems that made the man victim will also make him a terrible witness in court.
All right, well, that does it for an abbreviated version of Weird News.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Want to thank all the rodeo people for coming into town and helping our economy. We tip our caps to you.
Absolutely.
Want to thank CHESTON Williams for coming on in our first hour. He's a great guy. Give him a call. Let him at least do a comparative quote for you, and he'll either tell you good, bad, or indifferent, but either way, he won't. He'll steer you right, is what he will do.
At least you'll know.
At least you'll know. One more show, fellers, for the year next week. We do have one guest next week from the Cupcake Girls, a nonprofit organization.
Are they bringing
in
cupcakes?
samples?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Can we somehow find a way to convince them that that's an important part of being on the air?
I believe it's a nonprofit. I don't think they actually bake cupcakes.
Okay.
I will find out.
In
during
other
the
words,
week.
if they do bring them, we'll have to give them some money for them. Okay?
I will inquire when I confirm them next week.
We'll give them 2 Trehana.
And then the second hour next week, we'll fool around with best of
Best of the
2015.
Okay.
So get your categories together, Mr. Cash, so we know what we're doing.
Yeah, great.
Thank you as always, you the listener. We appreciate you checking in with us. Don't forget, you can always revisit any of our shows via podcast or YouTube. Jeez.
The latest in Molotov cocktails.
For the recyclable community.
Just remember when you get the playback tomorrow, big guy, when you hear all the crunching and munching sounds
That's
in
him.
there. Okay.
Yes, I got you. All right, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week on Vegas Unwrapped.
Stay tuned.
Be kind to each other. Why is that?
Well, it's yeah. We are all we have.
It's just us.
BCN Talk coming up next with Robert and Gil. You don't want to miss it. Have a great week, everybody, from Vegas Unwrapped.
Bye.
Night, everybody.